Good morning, Kylie.
Good morning, Frank.
27th of October. I'm going to break with tradition today and just hit this big candle scan in the Guru's toolbox. Got my settings at find a candle that is 3 times larger than any candle in the last 5 days, or the previous 5 candles. So hit start scan. Before I go through them, I'm not totally sure what I'm looking for other than big candles. But as we rattle through the stocks, I will comment on what I am seeing. AMA, there's nothing there for me. It's just a downward tick. DDR.
That's a big candle.
Yes, and I could probably throw a line across the $16 level and a box. I would want it to stay in that sort of area for a week or two, then break through, and it would be very interesting. Race through that gap, close that gap.
And so why wouldn't you buy it today, Frank?
Too much risk. Good question, Kylie.
Thanks.
The only place I could really put a stop is under these lows. That's about 12.60 with the market at 15, or just beyond half the depth of that candle. So that would be more like $14. Still too much of a risk for me. I can't do anything other than those two stops. So that's your first place. How much are you going to risk? And it's done nothing today, so bit of consolidation. Keep an eye on it.
Yep.
IAF, nothing there. IAF at $110. What on earth is IAF? Oh, iShares, yeah. iShares. iCore, nothing there. IHY, KCN. Whoops. I'll turn the data off. Okay, we've probably commented it should be in on that sort of break, $1.75, 67, wherever. If you were, again, you would have a stop either halfway there, which to me is too tight. I want to, if I'm going to buy a stock, I want to be in there for a while. So probably under here, if you were in. And today you've been hit on the first one. You're surviving on your second stop, perhaps. No follow through, very interesting. Whoops, turn the data off again. Same as this one, there's a great entry back here. There's a further entry back here. And if you take neither of those, you'd be laughing. The question is now, where do you trail your stop? And after such a big move, I'd trail the stop to the halfway point of that candle. And we have carry on. We have follow through. I would probably now, during the day, move my stop up to just below the low. Not going to give anything away on a stop like that. LYL, nothing there. Break of $4.50 would get interesting. Bit of interest there in MP1, just the longer term resistance break about 1840, 1850.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call this any sort of ascending triangle. Simply the move here is not strong enough and gappy enough for me. If you want to, you could probably go to that sort of territory and look at that. Next one, MX1, again, big gap up, sign of strength, follow through, now having another go at the $4 level. It'll get interesting if it gets through there.
Same thing though, you'd want a bit of a box forming up around that $4 level.
Yeah,
give
for
you
sure.
Give you a stop.
Yeah. Maxi parts. Okay, I'll believe them. Peter Warren, good old Pete. He's doing well, this boy. Again, for me, you go right back over here, and 325 roughly is the critical level. Vanguard Global, not interested. Okay, that's it from him, and it's over to her.
All right, okay. Gonna keep with my usual pattern. I know it probably gets boring, but I like just doing the same scan every day to see what we get.
This is the difference between men and women.
Yeah.
The bloke's got to change things, and the woman's just got to keep doing what works.
Constant, yeah, that's my commitment. So now just a point of reference is that when you do tick several boxes in these scans, it is a OR formula. So it's going to look for a 21 breakup close, or it's going to be looking for increasing volume, or OBB. So you'll get a mix mash of different stocks. If you select match selected events, it becomes an AND formula. So it has to find all these things for the code to come, for the stock to come up. So I just thought I'd point that out. It's just something a little bit different. Okay, first of all, we've got EOS. Now, I do like having the data on just to see what it's done today, and that is a big no. KCN that came up yesterday. Frank's already discussed it. LTR, again, this one keeps coming up. This was your buy. We still haven't got an entry yet. We're waiting on one. Hopefully this can draw a box around here, can move sideways for a bit, and potentially we could have an entry at this point if it can move sideways. No. PLS, again, this keeps coming out. It's got a bit of work to do. SCG, again, if we can see some sideways movement along here, we could have another entry. SLR, I do really like this. It was going, it's had a big move. It's aiming for this gap. It's had to retrace. It's coming back. I'm really, really liking this. I'll keep this in my watch list.
Will you look at that break now, or will you look for it to close the gap back off?
I think there's not a lot in it, so I'd probably want to see that close. I imagine once it closes, it will retrace again, and then that $1.80 I think is going to come into play. But I love this formation. So that looks pretty good. That's a no. Wow, really short for me today. Yeah, that is really quick.
Sorry, before you go from that, what's happened? Go back into the U-Foods. Sorry, it's Jo here. I'm standing in the background. Go back to that U-Foods chart. For those, what's happened with this gap here? What's the go there?
Takeover.
What's your... Okay.
The moment you see that, you just automatically think takeover.
Yeah. And it's not doing anything. Yeah. Obviously you'd say the date is coming up or whatever the takeover is going to be.
They're messing around with paperwork.
Yeah.
All
right, so that's it today. Short and sweet.
Thank you very much.
Well, before you close off, tell you what, it'd be really good listening to you guys talk live. And if you're in Perth, then you can on the 17th of November. We're running a workshop. So jump or message me, Jo, at protrader.com.au if you're interested, or jump on our Facebook pages to have a look for the details.
Thanks, Jo.
Okay,
Thanks. Bye.
Still only 9 minutes.